Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and today we are unleashing the beast, Silver Surfer tier 3 with the CTP of Rage. Let's see if we can get some counterattacks going to ramp out this damage, because he is obviously a monster in PvE, and all we need to do is get a little bit of luck on our side. Of course, we get mind controlled or time frozen, but all we need is a little bit of luck here to trigger these counterattacks, and you're going to see the damage spike to unreasonably high levels. Now, the one frustrating thing, as much as I love the CTP of Rage, the one super frustrating thing is that he dodges. Of course he dodges. You gave him 75% dodge. Look at this damage though. Stage 70 like it's nothing, with 50% damage reduction like it's nothing. Now, 75% dodge, so he's 3/4 of the time he's gonna dodge, and it's actually really annoying. It's really annoying when he dodges. Like, look here, we're gonna use it. Oh, he got it. But yeah, when he dodges it, it can be very annoying. Now, another thing I noticed, a couple things I noticed here, the tier 3 skill you can't cancel if you're kind of far away from. We're going to use the flames. Well, we were going to use the flames to interrupt him, but then, like I said, he dodged the flames. But look at this damage, man. This is nuts. But yeah, so the tier 3 skill, boom, interrupted, and now you're dead. The tier 3 skill, you can't cancel it from far away if you're far away from the target, just the way that it is. So Silver Surfer will just kind of stand there. Doesn't matter. I melted his face. So yeah, the tier 3 skill, you can have some targeting issues in terms of canceling it, because once the like the thing that he throws, the energy, once it hits the ceiling and disappears, that's when you can cancel it, and then the meters will rain down. So that was a stage 70. I wanted to do a stage 70 to showcase for you guys his sort of raw damage, because the strikers, although Black Widow does some damage, the rest of the strikers don't really do any damage. They're just there for the ignore dodge. So that was kind of his raw damage, able to just bully that stage, and that's with a 50% damage reduction. So theoretically, without a 50% damage reduction, he could do that even faster. So he could probably already do stage 99 Corvus, which is crazy. I was playing around with some other teams, like something like this, to give him the crit damage that he needs from the Werewolf passive, and to also give him guaranteed crit rate, but it just seemed worse to me, to be honest. So yeah, this didn't really work out too well. The reason why you use Dr. Voodoo or White Fox lead, no, Silver Surfer doesn't have leadership, so you don't take advantage of Kumiho stance, but you do take advantage of the leadership, which bumps his all defense down by 40% because it's a debuff. And so instead of getting -65 on Birth of a Star, he goes up to -91. So it's the same strategy you use when you use White Fox or Dr. Voodoo leadership or Enchantress leadership for, Deadpool, Mystique, Doctor Strange, all those characters. If they have 60 or more, -60 or more all defense down, it just works so well. It's better than a traditional damage increase leadership, and he's already gotten crazy stats from his uniform and stuff like that. Let's try out a stage 75 Cull Obsidian. I've seen people do, let's go to 80. I've seen people do stage 75 or 80 with I haven't tried Phyla-Vell. Oh, maybe I should try Phyla-Vell instead. True. I mean, Phyla-Vell is not quite, but I don't know. What's better? Skill damage, bonus damage, and all attack, or increased damage? But you know what? So here's the thing. Here's the interesting thing. Because, so against Corvus, I had to use those ignore defense strikers. Because I don't need to use those ignore defense strikers anymore, now I can cover for that 60%, right? So you see here, you're getting 12, 24, 30, right here. You can see 12, 24, 36, 46%. So that's right there. That's when I add one more, that's going to be the same. That's going to be 56. That's Nick Fury's leadership right there, or Nick Fury's passive right there. So you can kind of cover up for that, and then you can bring in her to do the skill. I don't really know how much the skill damage, bonus damage adds, right? In terms of a passive, if that's better than Nick Fury or not. That's something that maybe I could test in the future, but I think Phyla-Vell is gonna make him do a lot of damage. Like he's really gonna crank out a bunch of hits. There we go. We get the counterattack. Gonna go into 5, into 4. Now the only thing here with Cull Obsidian is that he is going to he's gonna help me trigger my my counterattack a lot. The only thing is he's gonna cleanse. There, it cleansed. Now the one thing I did notice about the tier 3 skill is the meteors that fall actually do massive damage. The meteors that fall and they explode, and there's that big blue explosion, that actually does do a lot of damage. So I think we sort of underrated the tier 3 skill because we judged it based on the damage at the beginning, but characters died anyways. But if you see here, like, I'm not really doing much right now. but the damage is still, well, he got out of the way. But anywho, the damage is still good. And once you test it from yourself, or once you watch enough clips of him, you'll see what I'm saying. But I basically noticed it when I was covering Corvus, and I was just like clapping him, and I was like, where's all this damage coming from? Because I wasn't really doing anything. And then I realized it was the meteors falling down. Now obviously when you stack all defense down as well, that helps the damage, sure. But yeah, you can see those big spikes. Those are the meteors exploding in between your attacks. And so it's really nice because you can cancel, so this sort of all blends together, right? So you end up where you're making attacks from one. I don't know why I can't do the co-op skill. You're making attacks for one ability, and you're stacking all defense down with the 5, and the 6 is still going. And that's something that's so good about his 6 skill, is the fact that it keeps going when you're doing something else, right? So the damage just keeps stacking and stacking and stacking. I don't know what's going on. We got this little bug here. Okay. We're not going to crack that shield, but it doesn't matter. Nope. Big mistake, Cowboy. All defense down. Get this going, and now the damage is going to rain down. Now look at the damage. Especially that last explosion. See? That last explosion that he does crazy damage. Boom. Oh, what happened? 5 got interrupted? What? Nah, 5 got interrupted, so I lost the all defense down. That is tragic. That's okay. Let's go. He's so tanky. Okay. We're in a little bit of trouble here, HP wise, but remember, we got the revive, so it doesn't even matter. You can play so aggressively and it just doesn't matter because you can just revive if you make a mistake. Nope. Nice try, buddy. Yeah. Nice. Ah, he cleansed again, eh? Annoying. Oh, he dodged that clobbering attack. There we go. He finally died. But we got this easy. We're gonna do this. Okay, didn't trigger for some strange reason. Okay. I kind of needed that heal that time. Might be dead here. I kind of need him to... Bro, I kind of need you to trigger the... Oh! Okay, File of Hell, bring us home, baby. He never triggered the... This is unbelievable, dude. He never triggered the counterattack. Unbelievable. There we go. Oh my god. The last like 3 or 4 counterattacks. So yeah, I mean, Rage is obviously amazing on Silver Surfer. He does bonkers damage. I'm gonna do one more test here against Thanos, but Thanos will be the real test here. I'll do it on stage 40 because this is what I've been used to playing lately. But here with Silver Surfer, we're not going to increase his actually, who's the most difficult one? Probably this one. For this one, we're not going to increase his damage against, or his all defense down, because it's not going to help us in the second phase of the fight. So here we're just going to stack a ton of buffs for him, in addition to a ton of striker bonuses here. And we actually don't need anyone. This is fine. We can get a mind control for the first portion of the fight. Although, do we want that? We want the counterattack. That's the thing. That's the thing. There's a bit of negative synergy, which is why I still feel like at the end of the day, my Silver Surfer is going to be PvP. There's negative synergy with strikers that mind control or time freeze, because it will stop you from getting that counterattack unless you have the toxic puddles, the poison puddles, and then you can time it with those. And then there's also a lot of negative synergy with the CTP of Rage, which is kind of annoying. It would be nice if the counterattack would trigger regardless of... There we go, we got it. Regardless of your dodge or not, because then it'd be busted with Rage. But maybe that's asking too much. Let's see here. We can just use the puddles to auto it, and then we're gonna tier 3 him. Boom, cancel. Didn't get anything there. Okay. The nice thing with Thanos, the thing that you can do with Thanos is you can sneak in some skills when he's transitioning phases. If you're not doing like a phase cheese like I did with Sharon and we do with other characters. If you're not doing phase cheesing, then I wonder if I stand under the puddles. Oh yeah, even if you have Nick Fury's bubble up, eh? If you stand under the puddles, look at that damage. Look at that damage on 40, eh? Even with the all defense, even with the immunity up from Nick Fury's little shield bubble, you will still trigger your counterattack if there's something underneath doing damage to you. But okay, let's see how much damage we're gonna do here now. Oh, I think he debuffed me. Yeah, there's the debuffs. Okay. Can I knock him out? This is not worth it at all because now I can't heal for 10 seconds. But I just want to do it as a joke. Nice damage, wow. So you can sneak in attacks when he's phase changing. Obviously, it's best to sneak in like a 5 and a 4 because that's going to build your tier 3 the most. Obviously, it's only valuable for people who have tier 3s anyways, so it doesn't matter for tier 2 characters to sneak in damage. Because once he starts his phase change, he will... see, yeah, we dodged it. Once he starts his phase change, he will take like 0 damage, basically. He'll take like 1 damage. We're going to die here, I think. We got snared. Oh, no, we didn't die. Oh, he's going to debuff me again. Bummer. Gotta watch out not to surf over the part where he debuffed me, because that will have like a lightning or some kind of puddle. Oh, we're gonna die here. Yep. So he caught me. That's the one risk for his tier 3 skill. That's the risk you take a little bit. We're gonna do this, and then we're gonna interrupt him to get a massive spike in damage. Getting caught with a lot of annoying situational stuff. Now it's nice that his 5 and his 4 will cancel very easily. There's the third skill, counterattack. You saw like a big spike in damage. Honestly, I think his third skill does the most damage. I mean, I know it doesn't actually do the most damage, but if you consider how much it spikes your damage overall, you can always notice. Yeah, you know what? Like the amount of cumulative damage. Wow. The amount of cumulative damage that it adds. Okay, we have to switch there. The amount of cumulative damage that it adds, not only its own, but it adds a damage proc to the next 2 attacks that you do. It's so important to be able to get that. So you got to practice triggering that third skill, and you got to practice that sort of positioning you're in, where you're kind of just like, just before he attacks, right? And then look at that. Boom. Huge spike damage. So yeah, 2 minutes left on stage 40. Not bad at all. Really, really nice. So safe. You feel like it's like Jean Grey, right? He's basically a stronger version of Jean Grey for PvE, excuse me. Because he's got more damage than she has, more raw damage. He does GBR as fast or faster than she does, and then he's got more damage in terms of world boss because he doesn't have to rely on striker all defense down. He can use his own all defense down, which stacks up to minus 91%. So I think it's like clear cut the winner for PvE content. Now the real question, a follow-up video, because you know this was coming, right? Is Silver Surfer, will Silver Surfer be able to play and be able to succeed and win in PvP with this same build? Hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think is going to happen. Let me know if you were impressed with stage 70 Corvus, stage 80 Cull Obsidian, and stage 40 Thanos with 2 minutes to spare. Hit me up in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.